Good morning. By now the sub should have taken attendance, and you should be getting out any past writing that you have done for me that has been graded. So we've done this before when we looked at the MUGS checklist. I want you to pull out any of that past writing. The MUGS checklist would be a good idea also. Today I'll teach you how to eliminate there as the subject of a sentence. So many of you have seen this with a circle around the there and an asterisk marked next to it. I'd like you to find any past writing that has my green marks so you can find this. I'll pause for a moment and you can go ahead and look for it. Okay, today we're talking about revising a style problem. It's not necessarily a grammar problem. We're talking about improving your style and making sure that your voice is more authoritative and clearer. You can also refer to the warners on page 26. I'd like you to go to page 26 right now and take a look on the left or on the bottom of that page. You've seen this page before when you were looking at the warners to identify subjects and predicates. In number 4, I'll read for you out of the warners. It says that there and here are not usually the subjects of a verb. You have examples. Here is the book, and there are arguments on both sides. Let me give you my own example. Keep looking at page 26. Have your own writing out. There is something we must do. Now, if I were analyzing this for subject and predicate, I would look at there as the subject. But it doesn't seem to be a subject that makes any sense because there seems to be an empty word. I would also notice that is seems to be the verb. So my initial analysis of this sentence says that that is the subject and that is the verb. However, is an extraordinarily weak verb, and there is simply a problematic word in and of itself. It's too vague. It's too empty. The subject is actually we, and the verb is must do. However, this style has strangely taken that important noun, or pronoun in this case, the important subject, and the verb, and placed them later in the predicate of the sentence. It's almost like you're hiding the power of your sentence. This sentence should read, we must do something. So if you simply take out the there and the is and rearrange everything that's going on, you have a sentence that's shorter, more to the point, and more valuable. Let's take a look at some actual student examples. These come from student writing of last year. This first sentence is a little complicated. We believe that she overdosed because there was something missing in her life, but we are not sure what. This actually has 3 clauses, 3 subject-predicate pairs. The first is we believe, subject and verb. The second is there was, subject and verb. And the third is we are not, subject and verb. The first and the third are not bad because we is a word with some content. Believe is a nice verb. It's this there was something missing in her life that's a problem. There's emptiness there. It's weak style. We would rewrite it in this way. We believe that she overdosed because something was missing in her life, but we are not sure what. This word something is a lot better than this word there. It has more content. It's clearer. Yes, the word something refers to any sort of thing, we're not quite sure what, but it's a better word than there. Another student example. There are a couple reasons why she would inform the firemen about her neighbor having books. Again, there is your subject, are is your verb, weakness. She would inform the firemen about her neighbor having books for a couple of reasons. She, subject, would inform as verb. A much more powerful sentence. The core of that sentence is a specific subject, she, and would inform, a nicely direct verb. All she is doing is saying a few words when there is a pause in the actor's speeches. All she is doing is saying a few words when the actor pauses in his speech. The actor pauses. It's much better than there is. So go for something that's stronger, something that's clearer every time. There are jets flying overhead. At this point, you should be able to see that jets seems to be the subject, flying seems to be the verb, and you have this revision. Jets are flying overhead. So taking out the there is, there are, there were, there was, can make a sentence that is much more powerful because the subject and the predicate are much more clearly defined. Now, of course, I want you to find them yourself. For the remainder of the class period, I'd like you finding examples of there used in your writing. And you'll find it once again by looking for the word there and seeing my asterisk mark. The asterisk mark indicates a subject of class importance, a common writing error, something else that I've taught. Today, I will have taught it. And if you look at your MUGS checklist, on the left-hand side of the checklist, you will check the column where it says understood or taught. After today, I expect you to eliminate there from your language. A very easy way to do this, of course, is to use Microsoft Word and a word find to find there in all your writings. But I want you practicing today with the revision. I want you to revise 2 from your past writing. If you cannot find 2, use an example or 2 from fellow students. So if you don't have 2 examples from your own writing, if you don't particularly have this problem, then share with other students. Use the revision format we used before. Write original next to the original sentence and revision next to the revised sentence. So remember that revision format that we used before. Many of you didn't follow that format, and you need to make sure that you're following it this time in order to earn full points. So I want 2 sentences, original, and write the original sentence, revision, write the revision sentence. Make sure that you write your name and the class period on the sheet and complete this by the end of class. The substitute will collect it, and I will take it for points. Here's your last opportunity for some easy points before the quarter ends, so make sure you're taking it seriously. I would like you to correctly revise these errors, not just make an attempt at it. So if you feel like working together, that's fine. The substitute teacher will make sure that you are actually working, and if you're doing that, all is good. If you have questions about this further, I will return tomorrow and I can answer them at that time.